With Game Week 3 producing a very interesting set of results, let's go ahead and look at the best performing players. First up, we've got Lucas Moura, who provided 2 goals, no assists, 3 bonus points, a clean sheet, and a total of 15 points in Tottenham's 3-0 win against Manchester United on Monday night. Lucas Moura is actually playing alongside Harry Kane in a dual striker position, so for his price as a midfielder, going quite high up the pitch, he might be a worthwhile investment, especially with Son currently out on international duty in South Korea. Next up, we've got Marcos Alonso, someone who's continuously been performing at a top level. He got himself 2 assists, 3 bonus points, sadly not a clean sheet for only a total point of 11. However, he was the best performing defender throughout the whole lot this weekend, and with his fixtures, he looks like he's going to continue that form. Finally, Alexander Mitrovic, someone who's actually had the most shots on target aside from Sergio Aguero in the first 3 game weeks. He netted himself 2 goals and got himself an assist, as well as 3 bonus points for a total combined haul of 16 points, the highest amongst all fantasy football players this week. Next up, let's have a look at my team and let's see how I performed in Game Week 3. So a point total of 59 brings me up to a combined total of 222. That puts me within the 100k mark at 98,106 total rank, which to be fair isn't too bad. The main talking points, however, for Game Week 3 and my team specifically are Richarlison grabbing himself a red card. I actually had to use my wild card to bring him in, so that's a slight disadvantage for me. I think I'll be switching him out for a straight swap with Theo Walcott. Hazard started his first game, grabbed himself a full 90 minutes or thereabouts pretty much. He got himself a goal, a total point haul of 8. And Aubamayang has continued to flop. He's yet to produce a single goal or even an assist, making his 11 mil price mark very questionable, and he is actually starting to drop. Last time I checked, he was 10.9. I'm pretty sure he'll keep dropping unless he manages to get some returns against Cardiff, which by far is the easiest team. The defense is pretty standard, not many talking points there. Alonso and Mendy, and as well as Edison, they didn't get any clean sheets. However, Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold did in their 1-0 win against Brighton, where Salah got the only goal. Looking over to Game Week 4, let's have a quick look at the fixtures and I'll go through a few of the main talking points there. So the biggest standout matches are going to be Chelsea versus Bournemouth. Eden Hazard, he clearly is starting now. He'll probably play the full 90 against Bournemouth, and he does have an amazing record against Bournemouth. 5 goals in 5 games against them. Will he make it 6-6? I think so. I've got him in my team. Next up, Crystal Palace against Southampton. Zaha, he's only got himself 2 goals in 3 games, but that fixture does look quite nice, and I'm touting him to score at least a goal, maybe even 2 or 3 against Southampton. Everton against Huddersfield. Everton, the form that they are in, they look like they can perform, and now Richarlison is out for 2 games. Is it Theo Walcott's time to shine? I'll talk more about that in just a bit. Man City against Newcastle. Sergio Aguero, in his last 11 games against Newcastle, he has got himself 14 goals and 3 assists. So if he's starting, it seems very likely he'll continue that form and grab himself at least a couple more goals there. Arsenal and Cardiff is probably the last big fixture I want to talk about. Aubamayang, again, like I said before, he's yet to start scoring, and Cardiff is probably the best opportunity for him to get himself on the score sheet and prove to all the haters, everyone who's doubted him, that he can deliver. Next up, let's talk about my top picks for Game Week 4. First up, the main one is Theo Walcott. He is a straight swap for Richarlison. They both cost roughly the same. Theo Walcott now 6.7 mil. He's got a form of 7.3. A form is basically a value. It's an average of points per game. So in 3 games, he's got himself 22 points. Averages out about 7.3. In those 22 points, that consists of 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 bonus points. And he has done tremendously well. He's overlooked quite a bit because in Everton everyone looks at Richarlison. However, Richarlison being out with a red card for the next 2 games means that Theo Walcott will be the main man at Everton, the spearhead of their attack. Especially if you look at the next few fixtures, the next 4 fixtures: Huddersfield at home, West Ham at home, both of those games for which Richarlison will be out. And then Arsenal away, which could potentially be a tricky fixture. It depends on if Arsenal can pick up form or not. Fulham at home as well. So in those next 4 games, I guarantee you he will get a good few returns. Next up, we've got Wilfried Zaha, who for 7 mil probably hasn't produced as much as his investors would have liked. Only 2 goals, 3 bonus points, no assists, and an average points per game of 5. However, his next few fixtures are very promising. He's got Southampton at home, Huddersfield away, Newcastle at home, and Bournemouth away. Crystal Palace, they seem to have drastically improved, especially this year, and the defense as well looks very solid. If Crystal Palace can keep up their form, then potentially he can grab himself a good number of returns for those fixtures. And finally, Benjamin Mendy, somebody who is probably the most consistent defender, the best value for money, only 6.3 mil, and he's got a total points of 27, 9.0 average, and that comes from 0 goals, surprisingly, but 4 assists, a total of 5 bonus points, 1 clean sheet. He potentially could have got 2 more. They were a bit sloppy to give away against Huddersfield and against Wolves. However, it does remain he does remain the top performing player thus far, and his fixtures do easily look like he can get a few more clean sheets, a few more assists, maybe even a goal or 2, and definitely a few bonus points. He's got Newcastle at home, Fulham at home, Cardiff away, and Brighton at home. So I think Benjamin Mendy, if you don't have him already, he's probably the best buy, the most picked player that I think you guys should definitely get in your team. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Have I missed out anyone? Do you guys think anyone will perform exceptionally well? Let me know. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like and give me any recommendations on how I can improve. Thank you very much. Take it easy, guys.